So here we are with the overarching theme of transforming scarcity to abundance. So you're now entering into your emotionally fit room. I know it's easy as a leader or a team member to just feel like you're absorbing the fear and anxiety of those around you. And some people call that empaths. It could be a number of different things, but maybe you have that sensitivity. I'm really going to encourage you to protect your energy. It's very, very important. Sometimes we forget that we have choices. Sometimes we forget that, oh my gosh, like if I give this person all this time, then, I'm going to have nothing left for me. I'm going to be drained. You know, those psychic vampires, we all have them in our lives, right? Or perhaps it's, the scarcity may be that, if I don't give them the time, then, there's going to be a backlash later. I'm going to hear from them, or I'm going to disappoint them, or they're going to feel I don't care. Again, I believe moderation is really important. And I have to ask myself, when someone's struggling and you've been this place with them a few different times, it's important to say who is responsible for this. Doesn't mean you care less for them. It just means it's not your responsibility. I heard this young person say this weekend, and it was brilliant. And they put their arm out. Do it for a second with me. And they said, the person told them that this, from your fingertips to back here, this is within your influence. This is something that you can control. Outside of that, it's not yours. So get out of their business. Isn't that brilliant? So simple. But I think sometimes we just need to give ourselves permission to say, you know what? I need to protect my emotional well-being. It's really important, especially with the work you do. The pressure on you is to do more with less. We've got such darkness in the world. And I think from an emotional standpoint, we need to protect that energy because that impacts then into our emotional well-being. I don't know about you, but there's times where I have to just say, you know what, no social media right now. There's just too much darkness there. No, I'm not listening to the news. And that's okay. If somebody says, how did you not know that? I didn't. And that's okay. So I think that the work that you do is tough enough to begin with, and it requires a lot of your emotional energy. So it's important that you protect, almost like a bouncer outside of a bar. You need to protect that energy. You have a right to, and most importantly, that you are responsible for making sure that your emotional well-being is in check. So I'm encouraging you, this is your action step, is to pay attention over the next 7 days. When you are in fact protecting your emotional well-being, when you've decided not to ask that person how they're doing, when you've decided that you don't want to go to that meeting after all, that you'll have somebody else go on your behalf. If you're a leader, you have that luxury of having a colleague go on your behalf, or because you know that the theme in the room is people wanting to kind of, as I call it, roll in the manure pile and live in the problem. And so we feel drained afterwards because we're not feeling energized by it. So I am encouraging you to be very strategic where you spend your time emotionally, and also are you taking time for you? And this is where we need to give ourselves permission to take a day away, to take a half day. In my book, The Powerhouse in You, I talk about giving yourself a permission slip, giving your colleague or one of your staff a permission slip just to take a mental health day, just to do something nice for you. I made that choice a couple of weeks ago. I'm heading into this month where I'm going to do a day silent retreat, and it's $40 for the day. So it just allows me a chance to vacate my life and just allow myself to be silent and check in with myself and do the internal journey. So you may do that in a different way. Maybe the family is out, or you're on your own for this period of time. Rather than fill it with Netflix and scrolling and doom scrolling, as I call it, allow yourself just to be present for yourself. If that means journaling or just breathing or just allowing yourself to really protect that emotional bank of yours. So have yourself a beautiful day. Remember, you are a powerhouse.